the Naval Aviation Training Pipeline at Naval Air Station Pensacola is currently facing a silent but critical capability gap that threatens the readiness of the United States Navy. For over 3 decades, the T-45 Goshawk has served as the primary platform for training carrier-based aviators, but the aging fleet is now plagued by recurring maintenance issues and safety concerns, particularly regarding the onboard oxygen generation system. As the United States Navy accelerates its transition to fifth-generation fighters like the F-35C Lightning II, the disparity between the capabilities of 1980s-era trainers and modern frontline combat aircraft has become dangerously wide. To bridge this divide, the Navy has initiated the Undergraduate Jet Training System program, known as UJTS, a procurement effort that has evolved into a high-stakes competition with significant geopolitical implications. Within this contest, a strategic alliance between the American defense giant Lockheed Martin and Korea Aerospace Industries has emerged as a leading contender, positioning the TF-50N as a solution that combines Korean engineering excellence with American industrial might. The urgency of the UJTS program is driven by the deteriorating operational status of the legacy T-45 fleet. Recent years have seen multiple fleet-wide groundings due to engine malfunctions and hypoxic events affecting pilots, forcing the Navy to severely restrict the flight envelope of the aircraft. This limitation hampers the ability of student naval aviators to master the complex tactical maneuvers required for modern aerial warfare. Consequently, the Naval Air Systems Command is not seeking a developmental project that exists only on digital blueprints. The requirement is for a non-developmental, land-based jet trainer that is already proven, safe, and capable of high-performance flight. This prerequisite for a mature platform significantly alters the competitive landscape, creating a distinct disadvantage for unproven designs and opening a strategic window for the TF-50N. In the race to secure this contract, which calls for an initial procurement of approximately 145 aircraft with a potential total of 220, the competitive field has narrowed to a few key players. The primary domestic competitor is the Boeing T-7A Red Hawk. While the T-7A represents a modern, clean-sheet design selected by the United States Air Force, the program has been besieged by severe delays, software instability, and escape system deficiencies. These setbacks have pushed the Air Force initial operational capability timeline back by several years. For the Navy, which requires an immediate solution to the Goshawk crisis, betting on a platform that is currently struggling to meet Air Force milestones represents an unacceptable operational risk. The hesitation to adopt the T-7A is further compounded by the specific needs of naval aviation, particularly the structural durability required for high sink rate landings during field carrier landing practice, a capability the current T-7A design has yet to fully demonstrate. Another significant contender is the M-346N, offered by a partnership between Textron Aviation and the Italian firm Leonardo. This aircraft is a mature platform used by several international air forces and is praised for its avionics and handling. However, the M-346N faces a critical limitation in the context of fifth-generation training, as it is a subsonic aircraft. With a maximum speed hovering around Mach 0.95, it lacks the kinetic energy and power-to-weight ratio necessary to adequately replicate the high-speed engagement profiles of the F-35C or the FA-18EEF Super Hornet. As aerial combat becomes increasingly defined by energy management and beyond visual range engagements, the inability to break the sound barrier places the Italian design at a distinct disadvantage in preparing pilots for the physical and mental demands of supersonic combat. This capability gap provides the precise strategic opening for the TF-50N, a navalized variant of the T-50 Golden Eagle developed by Korea Aerospace Industries. Unlike its competitors, the TF-50N is a supersonic aircraft capable of reaching speeds of Mach 1.5. This performance metric allows student pilots to experience the compressive effects of supersonic flight and high G-force maneuvers that closely mimic the operational environment of frontline fighters. Furthermore, the operational pedigree of the T-50 family is unmatched in this competition. With over 500,000 flight hours accumulated across air forces in South Korea, Indonesia, the Philippines, Thailand, Iraq, and Poland, the platform has proven its reliability and safety record in diverse and demanding environments. This accumulation of data offers the United States Navy a level of assurance that paper designs or prototype stage aircraft simply cannot provide. The bid for the UJTS contract is not merely a technical proposal, but a masterclass in industrial strategy and political maneuvering. Korea Aerospace Industries has wisely recognized the protectionist barriers inherent in the United States defense market, specifically the Buy American Act. To navigate this, the bid is led by Lockheed Martin as the prime contractor. Under this arrangement, the aircraft would be finally assembled and checked out at the Lockheed Martin facility in Greenville, South Carolina. This structure ensures that the program creates American jobs and retains American supply chain dominance, satisfying the political requirements of the United States Congress. Yet the core technology, the airframe design, and the aerodynamic innovation remain fundamentally Korean. This partnership effectively utilizes the Lockheed Martin brand as a vehicle to deliver Korean technology into the heart of the American military-industrial complex. The technical synergy between the TF-50N and the existing United States fleet further strengthens this proposition. The T-50 was originally developed with technical assistance from Lockheed Martin, resulting in a cockpit layout and control logic that shares a common DNA with the F-16 Fighting Falcon and the F-35 Lightning II. This design philosophy facilitates a seamless transition for student pilots, drastically reducing the friction involved in moving from a trainer to a fighter. For a student aviator, the throttle placement, the heads-up display symbology, and the multifunction display logic of the TF-50N feel intuitive, allowing them to focus on tactics rather than struggling with the interface. This interoperability is a decisive factor for naval planners focused on the efficiency of the training pipeline. Operational modifications proposed for the TF-50N specifically address the unique requirements of the United States Navy. These include a reinforced undercarriage and tailhook optimized for the rigorous impact of field carrier landing practice on runways, as well as upgraded wide-area displays in the cockpit to mirror the F-35 Lightning II instrument panel. These adjustments demonstrate that the platform is not merely an Air Force trainer repainted in navy gray, but a purpose-built solution designed to withstand the punishment of naval aviation training. The capability to perform repeated touch-and-go landings with high precision is non-negotiable for the Navy, and the robust airframe of the T-50 family, derived from the F-16, is well-suited to these structural demands. From a geopolitical perspective, the selection of the TF-50N would mark a historic shift in the defense relationship between Seoul and Washington. For decades, the dynamic was characterized by South Korea purchasing American hardware to ensure its security. A victory in the UJTS program would invert this paradigm, seeing the United States Navy rely on South Korean technology to train its elite aviators.